Hi everybody, I hope you're well. In today's video, I'm going to take you behind the scenes on an engagement shoot. So in a couple of minutes, I'm going off to meet Sam and Chris, who are getting married next year. And we're going to spend just a couple of hours walking, talking and taking photographs. I'm going to be mic'd up for the whole of the shoot, so you're going to be able to hear exactly how I interact with Sam and Chris and how I sort of pose them. It's not really posing, but you'll see what I do anyway. So let's crack on. So the most I'm going to ask you to do is just stand nice and close together if you don't mind, please, and your body's going to be really, really close. You're squished up as close as you can be and just look at each other. That light is amazing. It's so good that we actually waited. Beautiful. Yeah, they're already gonna, you can tell they're going to be brilliant just because of the way that they're laughing away. So I'm just going to change from the 135, going to go to the 85 now. It's always good to start off further away until the couple are relaxed, and then you can move in a bit closer. Right, I don't know how Sam and Chris met. I can't hear what they're saying, but I'm going to ask Chris if you can just whisper into Sam's ear what you thought when you first saw her on that first, was it a first date or did you meet somewhere? Met in college. Oh, okay then. And who was the best student in college? Who did best? Definitely Sam. I'm going to ask you, we'll put on Sam. Sam, just while you're looking at each other, can you just tell Chris what you remember of Chris in college? Okay, I'm just going to move to the 35 now. So I'm going to keep you exactly where you are, if that's okay. Now, if I can just turn you around this way, so I'm doing this so that we've got the light now. You're just going to face me, Chris, if that's right. Sam, you're going to take one step this way. And you're going to be just resting your head together now, just nice and close together. That's it, beautiful. And Sammy's going to look towards the light for me. Stunning, just one step that way, if that's right. I'm basically just trying to get the light on Sam's face. Ah, there we go. So yeah, I'm only asking you to just look down so you don't blind yourself. Just looking, just about where my hand is here, both of the time, if that's all right. And Chris, you're just going to just look down at Sam for me. That's beautiful there, exactly there. That light is amazing. Gorgeous, you two, stunning. Yeah, just keep your eyes down there, Sam. I don't want to blind you to say. And just head really close, and you can just close your eyes if you want. These are shots I wouldn't tend to always do at this stage, but Sam and Chris are nailing this, so we might as well get a little bit closer. And then after 3, just Sam, I'm going to ask you just to look to the light if you can, Sam. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Nailed it. Thank you both very much. So we've just come to our sort of second location, if you like. We've got still really nice light coming in from the left. It's very, very harsh still, but even so, I think while we've got that direct light, let's try and make the most of it. So I'm going to put Chris, if you can just stand facing me right in the middle of that light there, if that's okay, please. Just one step back. That's it, perfect. And then Sam, you're going to do exactly the same. You're going to be one step over. That's it, just perfect. One step this way. Sorry, just Sam, just Sam. A little bit more. And then you've got to look back towards the light, if that's okay. Now, Chris, you're just going to look back towards Sam for me. We've now got beautiful light on them both. So it's very, very harsh light, but it shows you here, you can still make the most of that. It's going to really blow out the background because we're at 8,000 shutter speed now. And I'm just focusing on Sam's eye. So what I'm doing now is, first of all, is getting a safe shot. In other words, I've not created a moment yet, but you're going to put your head really close together for me. Beautiful, you two. Chris, you're going to give Sam a kiss on the cheek, really soft, just with your eyes closed. Beautiful, you two. And just before we move from here, I'm going to go a little bit further back. Again, the light is stunning. It's just very harsh, but this is how I would use harsh light. And now what I'm going to do is just create a little moment between the two of them. Okay, so Chris, what did you think when you first set eyes on Sam? No pressure, don't get it wrong. Good. I think it was more than that, but that's good, you two. Beautiful. Right, so this is where shots come to life when you create little moments like this. And the brilliant thing is with these two, I promised we'd only properly met about half an hour ago, but the brilliant thing is that moments like that just keep on going. So that was on the 135. I'm now going to go much, much closer on the 35. Again, once you've got your couple in really good light, you might as well use different lenses to give your shots variety, because it takes 2 seconds to do that. So I'm going to, exactly as you are, you're doing brilliant, you two. You'll see that I'm shooting from above as well, because this is more flattering light. Gorgeous, you two. Okay, we're just going to play a little game now. We'll start with you, Chris. What I'm going to ask you to do is describe Sam with a letter beginning with A, and then Sam's going to do the same to you, but with a letter beginning with B, if that's all right, and then so on. Then you'll do C. I'll give you a couple of seconds to think, and again, so you're going to be in that same position. Sam, you're just going to be looking towards that light, and then you're going to whisper into Sam's ear just an A, if that's all right. Again. No pressure.
We're not on D yet.
In fact, I think we're done. I'll tell you when to stop. So you're going to be in silhouette for this shot. Now the trick with the silhouette is always about the shape. So we're just going to do 2 shots. First of all, I'm going to just put you both up this side, and I'm going to ask you both to walk across, but as you're walking across, I like just keep a gap between you both, if that's all right. So we'll keep you in that sort of position. Chris, you'll be holding each other's hand, if that's all right. That's it. Perfect. And you're going to walk across there, but looking back at Sam as you're walking and keeping the distance, if that's okay. Just 2 seconds. So again, I'm on my 1635, really wide. The wider the better for a shot like this, I think. And we're trying to keep the separation. Beautiful. So can I do that one more time, if that's okay, please? Well, that was perfect. Excellent. Exactly as you are, just nice and close. That's perfect. Yeah, got it. And this time, we're going to see your muscles now, Chris. I'm going to put you both in the middle again, if that's okay. And I'm going to ask you, if you don't mind, Chris, if you can just be facing each other, and if you're able to sort of pick Sam up, so you've got to face each other, that's it, yeah. And you're beautiful. Sammy's going to kick your legs back, so even higher, Sam, if that's all right. Yeah. Good man, Chris. Excellent, thank you both very much. Perfect. So just come to another location now. We've got, again, beautiful light. So just a little bit further back, both of you, if that's okay. Thank you. So I'm just gonna, that's it, and then just facing each other. It's nice and close. Again, body's really close, and just one tiny step back, both of you, if that's right, just that way. Perfect. So out through the shutter here, we've got really nice shadows. So I'm gonna try and play on that shadow, I think, on the floor for a second. Try and get that as long as we can. So you're just looking at each other. So that's nice for the shadow on the floor. Let's go all the way back now. I'm on the 85. Beautiful light. So I've timed tonight's shoot though, so that I met Sam and Chris about 2 hours before sunset, just to really maximise what hopefully would be good light. Obviously we can never guarantee what the light will be like, but we can always do our best to try and ensure it's going to be good by meeting at the best time for the sunset. So that was on the 85mm. I'm now going to shoot on the 1635 and again go really wide. So what my plan is going to be here is to try and maximise that shadow on the floor. And what we'll do in a second, we'll have Sam and Chris walking. We'll try and keep that silhouette of the shadow in the frame. So this will be tricky to do, but it will look cool. So what we're actually doing now is just walk towards me very slowly, just holding hand and a little gap between you both, if that's right, but looking at each other as you're walking. That's it. So just making sure that shadow is in the frame all the time. Good, you two. Perfect, thank you both very much. What I'm now going to do, I think, is shoot on the 35. So what I'm deciding to do here is shoot so that the light is on Sam and Chris, and what I want to do is create foreground interest by shooting through or very close to these leaves here. They're actually not ideal, these leaves. That's quite nice actually. So again, I'm just going to turn you round, Sam, if that's okay. Again, Chris, you're going to wrap your arms right round Sam and just swivel around like you're on that record player, just doing that. That's it, perfect. That's it, just a little bit more the other way. Sorry, the other way, just reverse, perfect. And then just foreheads, just touching each other really close. Perfect, you two. So we're still at 1.8 and I'm shooting through these leaves to create foreground bokeh. I'm going to try and frame the composition so that Sam and Chris are just in the bottom of the frame. Okay, and I'm going to unleash the word F on Chris. I don't know what he said, but it doesn't matter because it worked. Beautiful, you two. I'm going to keep you where you are. Again, it's going to do that same shot on the 85, then we'll be good. Oh, you can see there, that light is so good. So it really does make a big difference timing these shoots so that you're maximising the light. I also don't think I mentioned earlier that we have postponed this shoot at least 3 times, but it's been worth it because the light is so nice. Exactly as you are, you two. Again, using the flippy screen here, let's just move this back so you can see. And using the flippy screen this is the best thing now. Once you've got a couples relaxed like this, then it makes everything so easy. All I'm doing now basically is pointing the camera at them. So I'm just asking Sam and Chris to sit down in the flowers. So again, this is something that I wouldn't ask as soon as the shoot starts because you want to sort of get the couple's trust first, because it's a bit of a weird one to say, can you sit down these very high, stingy looking flowers. Right, so I'm on the 135 now, and again it's all about trying to get the yellow flowers in the foreground. So you see here how Chris is in the really nice, like beautiful U2. Sam, are you able just to move around slightly that way and sort of lean into Chris on the other side? Let's try and, so basically your head will be, that looks good, that's it, perfect. And just looking towards the light for me. There, that is amazing. No, I didn't do that. Sam and Chris figured that out for themselves, so not gonna take the credit for that. That's beautiful, you two. Really soft little kiss on the top of Sam's head for me. Beautiful. These are amazing. The only thing I'm trying to be careful of here is just making sure that the posts are not coming out of Sam and Chris's head, because I'm going to get rid of them in post, ironically. Get rid of the post in post. That looks beautiful. Good. Right, I'm now just going to do the same shot again. I'm going to go to the 35, and you'll see we're timing this so that when we go onto the beach, the sunset will only be about half an hour away. So I'm going to go a lot closer. I'm on the 35 now. Exactly as you are, you two. You're doing amazing. Beautiful, you two. And just closing that outdoors again. Perfect. Thank you both very, very much. There, just in that gap. Yeah, just a little bit higher if that's okay. So you're going to be in silhouette for this one. So silhouettes, again, all about the shape. Right, so you're going to be nice and close together again. Body's really close, little dent in your heads, that is amazing. Right, so what I'm going to do here is put the light right behind their heads. Cool, you two. Just a little gap between your heads, but body's really close. Excellent. Okay, now I'm going to do the walking thing again, if that's all right. Just as you did before, if that's all right. But starting off there, if that's okay, please. And go for it. Perfect. That was brilliant. Right, that was all on the 1635. I'm now going to go to, let's just make sure we got that. Yeah. Now I'm going to go to the 135. So I'm going to keep you as you are, again, just as you were the first time, if that's right. Just facing each other. Good, you two. Oh, let's go and see if we can now position the sun behind them again. Means I've got to get very low. Yeah, that's good. These are brilliant. And again, right, just do the walking thing again if that's right, but this time I'm going to put you on this side the other way if that's okay, just the complete opposite. And then when you're ready, that's it. So just the other way round, sorry. Yeah, Sam knows. And just looking at each other as you walk in, that's good. Perfect, you two. That looked really good. Yeah, brilliant, you two. Just going to keep you there for one last shot now. Right, I've got my safe shots now, but I love them as it is, so I'm really pleased with those. But what I'm now going to do is just play around a little bit with the fractal filter. So I'm on my 35mm, I'm going to use this. As I said, I've already got my safe shot, so this now is like bonus stuff, because it's a bit more Marmite-ish. You might like this, might not. It's going to give us something a little bit different. Now again, Chris, can you just pick Sam up for me like you did before? No, just facing each other. Yeah. That's good. Good, you two. Good, thank you. I'm just going to do one more walking shot and then we're done. Yeah, from that side, if that's okay, please. You're nailing these. Yeah, when you're ready. That's good. Nailed it. Thank you both very, very much. Did absolutely brilliant there. We'll just do one more, I think, here when I'm going to get very close to Sam and Chris, and then we go down onto the beach because it's now 25 minutes until the sun sets. So we're going to do one more shot of you both, if that's okay. Yeah, I'm going to try and put you here if you can, if that's if possible. I love it. Yeah.
That looks amazing.
Yeah. Well, this again, it gets to the stage where now, although this is my job, obviously, I'd love this. Do you know what I mean? Like, it is work, but it's also not work in a way as well. Do you want to put between my legs? Yeah, I'm going to. Yes, please. Yeah. So you're going to be side on to me here, Chris. Sorry, if it's too painful, don't do it. But this time, Sam, if you can be on that side, so you're going to sit like Chris said, in between his legs, if that's okay. But your head will be on that side of Chris's. It will make sense. We'll make it work. Now on the picture, it's going to look really romantic and soft, even though it looks like it probably isn't in reality at all.
Painful for me when he's
So you're going to just have your head really close, if that's right. Again, Sam, you're just going to be just looking toward, not with your eyes open, just close your eyes, but just looking towards the light. Thank you. Right, I'm going to shoot this at 1.8. That's good. Perfect, you two. Love how Sam and Chris have got their hands over each other as well. Again, just looking towards the light, Sam, if that's right, and then Chris, that's beauty. You two, from like at the beginning when you thought it might have been a bit strange, absolutely nailing it. And then just cheek to cheek, just sort of like, just still looking that way a little bit, but just like head close, that's it. Yeah, that's beautiful, you two. Time we'll head on to the beach. Right, so we've come onto the beach at the perfect time. So again, we'll just put you wherever you want to be and feel comfortable in, and just nice and close together. I'm going to get some silhouette shots first of all. Here comes the water. So it comes in quick. Right, I'm just going to move you down there a little bit if that's right. You're going to walk towards me along the edge of the water. Take off the 35. Let's put on the 85. Got to be very careful here. The water comes in so fast. I also want to use one of these pools for a silhouette as well at some point. So I need to not let the water go in too fast and take the pools away. Okay, you're just going to walk towards me. Look at each other. That's good. Ah, my feet. Perfect, you two. Now you're going to just walk that way if that's okay. That's it. But yeah, you're nailing it. Perfect. You're going to do that one more time with a bit more like gap in between if that's okay. But a little bit quicker. So you're almost running. Okay, when you're ready. Good. Perfect, you two. Now I'm going to put you right in the middle there. That's it, perfect. Just face each other. Yes, Chris. We might get some dogs coming across the scene in a minute, which would be cool. Come on, dogs, come on. So I'm just putting Sam and Chris, that's it, perfect. You're just going to turn around, Sam, if that's right. Chris, you're going to be behind Sam, just with your arms wrapped round her now, keeping her warm. Both of you just looking towards that light for me, please. What I'm aiming for here is to have the sand dunes behind Sam and Chris, because it's really nice, warm light on them now. That's good. Gonna go really close to you both, exactly as you are. So again, eyes, just close your eyes, just rest in your head. Little cheeky grins, good, good, good. I think I've got to ask Sam and Chris to walk towards me. Careful with the water again. Again, you're going to just be walking towards me, looking at each other as you walk in. Just ignore me. Beautiful, you two. Amazing. Brilliant, you two. That is a wrap. Oh. You've been incredible. Thank you both so, so much. So I've just said goodbye to Sam and Chris now. They were absolutely amazing tonight. Before this shoot, I'd only ever met them once, which was the night that I first met them to have the inquiry meeting. And I didn't really know, obviously, how they would be in front of the camera. When you do engagement shoots, it's often very difficult to know how the couple will be. It's normal for them to feel very nervous and very anxious because oftentimes they're not used to having the photograph taken. But Sam and Chris made it really, really easy for me. As you will have seen, I start off the shoots quite far away. I started on my 135 live, and then as I feel the couple are sort of getting a bit more used to it and getting a bit more confident, that's when I move in closer. But with Sam and Chris, I could move in quite close early doors because they were just so happy and so sort of confident in front of the camera, and that made my job really easy. And obviously that's not always the case, but I hope that what tonight has shown you is how I work on engagement shoots and interact with my couples to try and bring moments out. As I say, Sam and Chris made it really easy, but remember, the moments are really vital to portraits, because a portrait without a moment or without any real connection just doesn't really work, in my opinion. So I try and put a lot of effort into creating those moments. Sometimes it's easier than others. As I say, tonight with Sam and Chris, they made it really easy, but that's not always the case. But I hope that this video has given you an indication of how I do that, regardless of how confident the couple are. So if you have any questions at all, please let me know in the comments, and I will see you next time.